Alright guys, it's Evelyn here. I just wanted to kind of come on here and show you guys how to play a Bring Me the Horizon song that I really enjoy. This is the fourth song off of the debut album Count My Blessings. The song is called A Lot Like Vegas. I'm gonna have a tab download in the description below in .gp format so you can learn along. This is one of the shortest songs on the record, and it's one of the easier songs. It's still kind of technical. I recommend that you have at least an intermediate skill before trying the song. But it's quite fun. It doesn't have a lot of sections, so we're gonna go through it section by section, and I'm gonna teach you how to play the song. So to get started, the song is in drop B tuning. So tune your guitar up to that. Alright, so let's just go section by section. So here we go. We're gonna do the lead guitar here, which is gonna be, I believe, on the left channel. And so we have section A. You may notice I'm skipping this intro riff, and that's because it's just the first half of the section A riff. So we're gonna start with this half here. I'm gonna play full speed and then break it down for you. Pretty simple. So starting on that 8th fret of the A string here, and then pulling off to the 5th fret, and then we're palming the low E string, and then we're moving down a fret and doing the inverse. So instead of hammering off, we're hammering on, so it's 4 to 7. I just want to repeat that again. And then the phrase ends with 2 gallops. So slow again, that's this. And up to speed. And that's the intro riff as well. So this section has 2 separate endings if you're playing the lead channel, which is what we're doing. The first ending is this. It plays on repetitions 1 and 3. So you're just playing octave chords there. You can either use your ring finger or your pinky finger to hit the high note. I prefer my pinky finger. It just helps me mute this in-between string better. So we're starting on the 1st fret, right here. And then we go to the 5th and then the 4th fret. 5, 4. Pretty simple. And on the 2nd and 4th repetition, instead of going up to the 5th fret and the 4th fret, we're going to be harmonizing that and moving up to the 8th fret and the 7th fret. So up to speed, this is that full section. Sorry, I fucked up. Here's the full section of speed. Pretty simple. Let's move on to the B section here, which is also fairly easy. This is the more chordal part of the song. We're going to be doing full chords here, so you really want to get your stretching fingers out. The first chord is going to be this B minor shape. So you're going to want to do a power chord on the 12th fret, and then use a pinky finger to hit the 15th fret of the D string. So it should sound like this. Very melancholy. After 2 bars of that, we're going to go down here. We're going to be doing this G9 shape, just G and 9, which is going to be we're hitting a G power chord, and then we're also at the same time adding on this A right here at the D string. I use my ring finger for this. Either way, as long as you hit that 10th fret, you're fine. It should sound like this. The next chord you're going to want to hit is this E minor shape. So we're going to go down to the 5th fret, do a power chord, and then use our pinky finger to hit the 8th fret. That's going to sound like this. You can do that for 2 bars. We're going to go back up to this 8th fret, and we're going to be doing a G major shape this time. So that's going to be on the 8th fret, do a power chord, and then you're going to want to hit the B, the 12th fret, on your D string, like this. And then from there, we're going to move up to the 10th fret. And we're going to be hitting the 15th fret with our pinky on the D string. Gonna strum that 4 times. And I'm gonna move our pinky down to the 14th fret. So here's that section slowed down. I'm gonna do it up to speed. And you just want to play that the exact same way twice in a row. And that's the entire B section. Moving on, we have sort of this A prime section here. Now, what I mean by that is it's a sort of variation on that main riff. So on the right channel here, we're going to have the right guitar playing the first half of that main riff, and all we're going to be doing is accenting the gallops at the end of that. So you're not going to play any of that main riff, you're just going to be hitting the at the end of it. You're going to do that 3 times. So ba-dum 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 ba-dum. And then on the last time, we're going to be doing this sort of run here. So the left channel is doing something different. I mean, the right channel, sorry, is doing something different. We're going to be playing the left channel. So you're going to want to start at the 8th fret of your A string here. You're going to want to palm mute it. Then with your pinky, you want to hit the 11th fret. You want to move up a tritone, so it's 1 fret forward, and then 1 string up. So the 9th fret and the 12th fret. You want to unpalm mute from here. You want to move up another tritone to the 10th and 13th fret of the next string. So altogether, that first half of the run is this. And then you want to do that same run, move it up 1 fret. So altogether, full speed. And then you just want to do the goth at the end again. Simple enough. Moving on to the C section here, which is our first breakdown. I'm again just going to ignore this first part of it that leads into it because it's just the first half of the breakdown here. So the chug pattern is relatively simple. I'm going to play it full speed. Slow down. Those are the first 2 bars. And again, that's the lead into it. Then this third bar here is a little more complicated. It's a bit syncopated. So on the off of beat 1, you want to hit a chug. And then on the off of beat 2 and on the on of beat 3, you want to chug 2. So those first 3 bars, full speed. And then it brings back that sort of run we learned earlier, except instead of doing the full run, we're just doing the first part of it. And then just move that up 1 fret. So it's 8, 11, 9, 12, 9, 12, 10, 13. That repeats twice. It actually repeats 3 times on our channel. The right guitar starts doing something a little different here, but we don't need to worry about it. So again, you just want to play it 3 times. On the 4th time, you don't want to do that ending lick. You don't want to do this on the 4th time. On the 4th time, you want to do this octave chord at the 9th fret on the A string. And then move that down to the 6th fret. So let's do that section full speed. I forgot to do the octave chords. That's my fault. Either way, don't do that on the 4th time. Just do this. Simple enough. I'm not a professional here. We're moving on to the solo here. And this part is a bit tricky. It's not a very technically difficult solo. It just requires moving up and down the fretboard a lot, because you're going to be doing a lot of bends up here and a lot of licks down here. So we're just going to start with this first phrase here. So that's going to be this entire section that I'm highlighting right now. This is going to be our first phrase of the solo. I'm going to play it slow for you. So we start with a bend at the 13th fret on the B string, We're gonna do that full bend, so you want to make sure you get up to this pitch up here. You want to make sure you bend up to that. And then you want to shake it. You want to shake it a lot. While I'm at it, I'm gonna change tones really fast to a more lead tone. Because this rhythm tone is not gonna cut it for our leads. There we go. So that's the kind of bend you want to get. Make sure you're shaking it a lot. Then we move on to this hammer on pull-off section at the 12th fret to the 13th fret. Hit the 13th fret of the B string. Then you want to change fret hand positions, and you want to do that same pull-off lick with your ring finger and your pinky finger. And then you want to hit the 10th fret of the B string. So all together. Then you want to slide up to the 17th fret and the 20th fret, and you want to do this kind of unison bend. This is the kind of the rhythm you want to get. Simple enough. And then you want to end the run down here at the 10th fret of the G string. And the 12th fret of the D string. Play that all together for you now, slowly. Full speed. You can be a little sloppy with the solo. It's a very kind of bluesy inspired solo. The next phrase is almost a carbon copy of the first, but instead of going down to the 10th fret, we're actually going to go up to the 17th fret. So you're going to do this, which leads into the same bends again. It just makes them easier. And that's going to kind of lead into this section here. So you're going to want to do this a lot. That bend here is just on the 12th fret. And you literally just want to do that entire phrase again. And that's the first half of the solo. The second half of the solo, we're going to kind of be going along with the rhythm guitar here, actually. So you want to do these octave chords ascending up the B minor scale. So it's going to start at the 5th fret, then they go to the 7th, 8th, and ending on the 10th. And you want to make sure you're kind of hitting a lead into the bar. You're not trying to hit these perfectly on the 1. You want to hit them on the end of the 4. So it's going to have kind of this feel. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you want to hit this kind of lick here. Up to full speed. Fuck. And you want to repeat that again. And then on the 3rd and 4th time, we're going to be harmonizing that by moving up a 3rd. So we're starting at the 8th fret on that octave chord ascend. Then you go to the 10th, 12th, and 13th. And we're just doing that kind of same pattern up here at the 13th fret. We're changing the fret numbers a little slightly. So all together. On the second time we hit that run, rather than going back down to the octave chord ascent, we're going to wait a half note to end the bar. And then we're going to move to the 17th position and do that same pattern again. Now, in the original song, they use a whammy bar here to go down. I don't have one, so if you don't either, you can simply slide down. Or if you have a whammy pedal, you can use that. And that's pretty much solo. The only thing left here is this outro, which, if you'll notice, is the same exact thing as that C section earlier, just about 20 BPM slower. So if you had that down, you'll have this part down too. And that's pretty much the entire song. It's very short, but if you got something out of this video, let me know. Yeah, bye.